Hello, everyone, and it's day 23, and the card is Stand Your Ground, and it's linked to Master Kutumi and the Soul Star Chakra. So this is obviously a call for you to be in your own power and to be fully in charge of your destiny. If I read the description, general, this card is showing you at this time in your life, you must be expansive and make your mark in the world. Do not be frightened to state your opinions, stand by them and act upon them, even if they are unpopular. This can relate to your personal or public life. And so that's quite interesting because as a human species, I think we want to be popular. We gravitate towards people who share our same views. And so therefore, it's very difficult sometimes when people oppose our views. And this is not to say that your views are paramount over everyone else, but to acknowledge that they are indeed your views. And you must be have the confidence and courage of your convictions to actually state your truth, basically. So stand your ground. Don't be browbeaten. Relationships, someone close to you is feeling vulnerable. It is important that you let them know that you are willing to be there for them and fight for their protection and their rights, whatever the situation. So a nice relationship card saying that you will be supportive, you will be protective for people. And health, you may have to insist that somebody goes for a health check. You may need to be insistent with people in authority when dealing with medical issues for yourself or others. So you can see this one's quite specific. And if that came in a reading, it would be very clear what the guidance was on there. Career, do not allow anyone in authority to bully you or undermine your self-confidence. Know your own worth and put your case forcefully. You may need to defend others in your organization from unfair treatment. So you can see that there's quite a valiant nature to this card, that you need to be strong, you need to be brave and stand your ground. Money, someone may act dishonorably in relation to a money matter. Be aware of your rights and do not be frightened to ask for money which is owed to you. That's quite interesting because I think a lot of people struggle to ask for money that's owed to them, or services, and get that right balance of energy exchange, which we were talking about previously. Was certainly a principle in Reiki. So the idea really is to actually be clear what your worth is, what you're owed, etc. Now, throughout all of this, I would also say it's important not to go too far and to be oppressive or to be arrogant. It's just really telling you to have that confidence in where you are, what your abilities are, what you stand for, what your principles are. Spirituality, you have reached a point in your studies where you can take on the role of leader or teacher. Have the belief in your ability to assume that role and fulfill your potential. So a very strong card, isn't it? It's a strong card telling you stand your ground and be aware of who you are. So I don't think I've got anything further to say on that. One thing I will share with you, my mum was born in 1930 and she was deaf, from a really poor family and a woman. And I think her life expectancy would have been different if one of those principles had been, those situations have been different. So if she was not born deaf, or if she was born deaf but wealthy, or if she was born deaf and a male, I think things would have been different for her. But she was a real brave, valiant lady. And from an early age, I was having to be quite supportive. I recall writing letters to Birmingham City Council because we were in danger of losing our house, and I must have been about 10, so goodness knows what the letters were like, but I certainly from an early age had that idea that it's important to stand up and be counted. And I guess that to a certain extent has also made me bossy in my life. And a lot of my life, I wasn't comfortable with that, because I feel my sort of image sometimes is actually about being kind and supportive, but the other side of me is like a warrior. Now, funny enough, working with the cards, working with the chakra sensory system, I'm far more at peace with that, because I know that it's part of my learned experience through this incarnation, and I don't mind being bossy now. Which seems a bit of a contradiction, as long as I then have to have situations where I'm then able to let other people take control and to get a right balance and to step away from that. But I just wanted to share with you that, you know, sometimes when we look at our personalities, we think, oh, I'm not so keen on that. But you always find that there's a reason for it. And you also find that nothing is totally positive, nothing is totally negative. It is what it is. And so I would encourage you, if you've got a fight on your hands, stand your ground. If you want to support other people who need your help, stand your ground, and live in your own integrity, your own principles, and definitely on day 23, stand your ground. Bye-bye.